What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Just about to have my post-workout meal here. Just show you guys what I'm having. Right, guys, this is my post-workout meal. I'm having 2 rice cakes with 1.5 tablespoons of organic peanut butter. I've got 160 grams of 5% fat minced meat. I've got 1 slice of fat-free mozzarella cheese. I've got 1 slice of brown bread, fat-free mayonnaise, and full fat ketchup. So I'm gonna enjoy this, guys.
What's going on, YouTube? Alex Aesthetics here, and you're checking into the best YouTube fitness videos you're ever gonna watch, okay? True that. Nah, just kidding, guys. Well, this video is clearly, you know what it says on the tin, is about Ramadan. But before I start talking about everything, I want to just say a huge thank you to everyone who checked out my video, my first video, and my first ever video, my first vlog in body power. And I appreciate all of you guys that have given me feedback. You guys have just been amazing, supportive, and appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much. So before we get into the nitty gritty of this video, I think it's important to give a brief description about what Ramadan is for all those that are watching that may not know. So Ramadan is a sacred month practiced by Muslims all around the world, where they fast from sunrise to sundown, and during this fast they are not allowed to take anything past their mouth. So anything such as food, any kinds of drink, any even smoking, chewing them, nothing can pass through the mouth, and that is from sunrise to sundown. So it's practiced by Muslims. You can't eat from sunrise to sundown, and yeah, so that's basically Ramadan. So the main key points that I will be discussing is basically hydration, when to work out, how to work out, nutrition information, so what to eat, and also sleep. So they're the main factors that I'm going to be speaking about. And you can go on forever and ever about speaking this and that and this and that, but these factors which I will speak about, I would consider to be the most important for anyone who is serious about bodybuilding, anyone who is serious about fitness, anyone who's serious about their physique. Firstly, I think it's very important to understand and come to grips with what you plan to do during Ramadan. I mean, in terms of physique and body composition, do you want to cut, do you want to lose fat, or do you want to actually put on muscle, or maintain? You need to decide out of those three which ones you want to do, and you have to alter the diet according to your goals. I mean, that's bodybuilding. You have to adjust according to your goals. So just go into the basics here. In order to lose body fat, you need to be in a caloric deficit. So this means you need to be burning more calories than you're consuming. That is how you get fat loss. On the other hand, if you're trying to gain weight, you should be eating more calories than you're burning. So just vice versa, maintain. Obviously you have to eat the calories to maintain. One way to check out what the calories are, if you go into some calculators, there's loads on Google. One is Scooby's. If you go on Scooby's calculator, and you can actually type in your information and your stats, and it'll actually tell you or provide you with what calories you need to cut, what calories you need to lose weight, what calories you need to maintain. So yeah, have a look at that, guys. Scooby's, just type in Scooby's calculator on Google. It should come up. That's very, very useful, and that's quite accurate as well. So if you look at it from an overall bodybuilder point of view, it's all about calories. Are you within that time frame of breaking your fast to beginning your fast again? Can you fit in those calories that you need to cut? Can you fit in those calories to maintain? And can you fit those calories in to gain weight? So that is just the basic foundation, the basic principle of bodybuilding, is calories in, calories out. So let's start off with, in my opinion, one of the most important factors that we need to consider during Ramadan, which is hydration. Yes, big boy, we need some water. So why is hydration so important during Ramadan? If we just stop and think about the benefits that water brings to our lives and our bodies, we'll understand why hydration is so important during Ramadan. So water has so many benefits. One of the benefits is that it just washes out all the toxins and all the bad chemicals in your body. You know, it just flushes it all out. If you don't have enough water, you've got too much bad toxins. You're gonna find it hard to lose fat. You're gonna find it hard, you know, to sweat off all that fat and to put on muscle as well. Another thing is that water actually suppresses our appetite. During Ramadan, this is extremely important, especially if you're choosing to go down the cutting route during Ramadan. We need as many things helping us to suppress our appetite, because you know, you could just go off the rails and there's 10 cupcakes right there. We go eat them 10 cupcakes. In fact, I've actually found various studies that show a decrease in water leads to a decrease in fat loss. So especially if you're trying to go down the cutting route, if you don't have enough water, you're not gonna lose fat. You're gonna stall somewhere down the line. You're gonna hit a wall because of that dehydration. We're already dehydrating, you know, all throughout the day. So my advice for bodybuilders in Ramadan is try to do as little as possible to dehydrate yourself furthermore. So one important piece of advice is not to do any cardio. This is because, you know, when we do cardio, we're going to be sweating, we're going to be releasing our hydration systems. We're going to be, you know, we're going to dehydrate ourselves more. We're going to be releasing more water. So cardio should be 100% off the list. I mean, if you're cutting, you can still cut. If you're putting weight on, you can still put weight on. But do not do cardio, because you know, we're already dehydrated throughout the day. We've gone like 12, 13 hours of not drinking water. You think we're going to jump on a treadmill and, you know, give away some more water that I haven't got? I mean, it's definitely another helpful piece of information is that when we're already in a dehydrated state, you want to stay away from stuff like fizzy drinks and coffees. What they do is they act as a kind of diuretic. What a diuretic does is it takes more water from your body, which dehydrates you even more. So this is something that you want to stay away from, coffees and fizzy drinks, because of the fact that you're already dehydrated. You don't want to be putting your body in more stress and dehydrating your body even more. So one advice is stay away from coffee, stay away from fizzy drinks. Okay, so during the month of Ramadan, my advice to you is, when you break, the minute you break your fast, drink at least 1 to 2 liters of water before you do anything, just to get your body hydrated again, to get as much water in your body as possible. Okay, so now we've discussed a little bit about hydration. Let's talk about what to actually eat. What is the best kinds of foods to eat during Ramadan? I think it is incredibly important to note that if you are going down the cutting route, you have to be careful, because you're going to be taking cardio out, so that's even more decreased calories there. So that's something you have to be aware about if you're choosing to go down the cutting route. One piece of information is that the foods that you have, they need to be nutritious, need to be dense, they need to be healthy, they need to be balanced. So my advice would be not to stress your body out by having fizzy sweets and chocolates and all this junk food that's all around you. Try your best. I know it's very hard because Ramadan is, everyone is munching sweets and all that, but you need to have a little bit of willpower and try to stay away from all the junk food. Another thing is that especially with Asian families during Ramadan, they tend to get together and they tend to have traditional meals like, you know, big rice dishes, and tend to have burgers and tend to have samosas, and there's just so much oil, dense, you know, high calorie foods, but it's not nutritious at all. So if you live in a family where this happens, I mean, this happens in my family all the time. My mum always makes these, you know, delicious high calorie foods which are not good for me. So the way to get past that this Ramadan is to, yeah, I will enjoy my foods. I will enjoy what my mum cooks, but I will control my portions. That is key in a successful Ramadan bodybuilding, you know, month. Just control your portions, be aware of how much you're eating, and just, you know, either take some calories out in the next meal, or just plan effectively. You know, you have to plan when it comes to your calories. I mean, you can enjoy the foods that your parents cook. You can enjoy it, but don't get carried away. Don't make it a habit. Don't make it day in, day out. Every fast that you break, do not break it with these kind of foods. Overall, the majority of the month should be spent eating nutritious foods. So you want to be looking for foods that has a good amount of carbs, good amount of proteins, and good amount of vegetables. And to be honest, there are a lot of dishes which have that. You just have to be extra picky, extra choosy. But if you make it happen, you can make it happen. Like guys, one thing that we need to be extremely cautious about is the type of foods that we eat after we break our fast. You know, the first meal that we break our fast with, they should definitely be fast absorbing foods. Fast absorbing carbs include white rice, white potatoes, white bread. Fast absorbing protein include whey protein or egg whites. The reason for this is that our body is put in a depleted state because of the whole day of fasting, no dehydration, no food at all. So anything which we put into our bodies will be rapidly digested and taken in. It's similar to like when you train and we have a good big post-workout. It's because we know that our muscles have been broken down and now we need to feed them, and it's just similar. So my tip is obviously when it's time to break the fast, drink the 1-2 liters of water, and then maybe break the fast with a shake. Make a shake of for example, a whey protein and some egg whites. Mix it up, make some pancakes, have that, and then a couple of hours after that, have your meal, or go to the gym and then have the meal after. So that's one advice: make a good shake which got the complex carbs and the complex protein in. The next thing that I want to talk about is what time is optimal time to work out during Ramadan, during a fast. Well, personally, I think the best time is after you break your fast. So you just it's time to break the fast. You've just had the water, you've just had that shake, or you've had the fast digesting carbs and proteins. I think that 15-20 minute, half an hour after that meal is the perfect time. The reason I say that is because your body is dehydrated again. It's getting hydrated, it's in the progress, and you've just had the food to fuel you, give you energy for the workout. So I think that's the best time. But of course, it's a bit awkward if you're working at the time that you break the fast. So what I'd recommend, if you are working during the time of the breaking of the fast, then I would go just before either a few hours before you break your fast. Take it light, or whenever you can in the window. Make sure you get at least a meal inside you, and that's the best advice. But honestly, it's harder for you guys that work when you break your fast. It's much harder for you, but you can make it happen. Surely you can make it happen. Aside from when to work out, you need to think about other factors to put in place. We need to be very aware of how much sleep we're getting. I mean, sleep is vital for both fat loss and for muscle gain. I mean, there's been studies that have shown that if you combine sleep deprivation with a calorie deficit, that is extremely detrimental to losing fat. If anything, it's going to do the full circle, and you're actually going to gain weight from that. So my advice would be to have at least 7 to 8 hours sleep. I mean, I know it's a bit awkward because of work and commitments and stuff like that, but try and get a nap, try and get some naps in, but sleep during Ramadan is extremely important. Do not miss out on sleep, guys. Now, I've had a few questions from people saying, should I keep training the same? Should I, the volume, superset, high sets, how should I train during Ramadan? But the answer is, you cannot train a 5-day bodybuilder bro split. You just can't do that during Ramadan. You can't put your body through that much stress. So my recommendation is to keep the sessions short, 45 minutes to 1 hour maximum. I mean, we're putting our bodies through immense stress. Just fasting in general, working out on top, it could be dangerous for some people. It's just, anything can happen. You could faint, you could collapse in the gym, anything. So 45 minutes to an hour, but the workouts, I recommend to do at least 3 to 4 full body workouts throughout the week. What is there's many benefits to that. One is it's going to shock the body. It's going to give something refreshing to the body to work with, and if anything, it's going to shock the muscles. And then shocking the muscles will activate the growth. You don't want to focus on going too heavy or too light. You want to be using a weight that you're comfortable with, that you can hit about, I would say about 6 to 10 reps, between that rep range. You don't want to be busting your balls. You don't want to be, sweat dripping everywhere, going for PRs. You don't want to be doing that. You don't want to be putting your body through that. You want to be as gentle as possible, but having a good, intense workout. So an example would be, one day, go in there, do 3 sets of bench press. But the bench press should only be 60% of your 1 rep max. After the 3 sets of bench press, go on to something like shoulder lateral raises, with the dumbbells. Again, 60% of your 1 rep max. Then move on to something like tricep extension, or something like, bicep curls. Anything, but switch it up. This is 1 month where you can just let loose. You can do what your body is asking you to do. What you feel like doing, you can just do. But the most important thing is, do not push your body to the extremes that you do outside of Ramadan, because it's just not going to be the same. You're not going to have the same effect. It's impossible. So in regards to what I'm going to be doing, I think for the first 2 weeks of Ramadan, I'm going to be cutting. So I'm going to try and lose a little bit of body fat. So for the first 2 weeks, my diet is going to look something similar to this. So when it's time to break the fast, first thing I'm going to do is drink 2 liters of water straight. That's the first thing, 2 liters, no matter what. I'm going to force it down me. After that, I'd say about 15-20 minutes, I will have I'll make a shake of 2 scoops of whey protein mixed with 1 banana. Get the fast absorbing protein and the carbs. After that, this is when I'm going to train after that meal. After that meal, what I'm going to do is train for like 45 minutes to an hour. And we'll come home, and then I will have a meal, 250 grams of chicken breast. I will have 150 grams of brown rice, and have a big salad. Also important to know that a salad is going to be as voluminous as possible. It's going to have as much volume as possible. When I'm cutting, when I'm on a caloric deficit, that's going to be very important to get as much volume from the salad to get just to fill me up throughout the whole day and on to the next day of the fast. After that chicken salad, what I'm going to do is have something like a big tuna salad again. Maybe with 1 piece of whole grain bread, or some fat-free mozzarella, something like that. Again, lots of volume in the salad. But what I'm going to do is be about, say, an hour before we have to start fasting again, I will have something like 2 scoops of casein protein. That's long-lasting protein that stays in your digestive system for quite a while. So hopefully that casein protein is going to keep the protein in my body for the next 6 to 7 hours, hopefully not too long after I eat again. So that's basically my plan. That's one example of one of the days, and to be honest, I will probably keep it the same throughout the whole month, except for when I'm just going to be altering my calories to go on to a lean bulk phase, maybe the 3rd week of Ramadan. So that's basically it, guys. That's basically the foundations of what I'm going to be doing, the foundation of what I advise most bodybuilders or physiques to do. So that's it, really. Just be careful of your calories. Plan ahead. You need to know what you're going to be doing, what your plans are, whether you want to cut, maintain, or bulk. Get enough sleep. Hydrate very, very carefully, very effectively. Don't stress your body. And remember, guys, it's only 1 month. 1 month. 11 months, we can build our physique as much as we want. We can go ham. We can kill it every single day. Just 1 month. And another thing is that we need to understand why we're doing this month. It's a time to reflect. It's a time to appreciate what we have. It's time to get in touch with the family, have great family times. It's a time to just be aware of the surroundings. So don't let this, don't let the bodybuilding, don't let the gym, don't let the fitness side of it consume you over this month. Remember why we're doing it. Try and get the benefits, reap the rewards out of it. And that's it really, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I know it might be quite long. I'm babbling on. I don't even know what I'm saying half the time. But I hope you managed to get something from this. Hopefully it helps you in some kind of way. If you need any help, guys, email me. Direct message me on Instagram. Comment on my YouTube videos. I will reply back. Subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. So peace. Before I go, guys, remember, hydrate.